Alright lads, welcome back to another video. So today I just want to give you a little insight on my own personal transformation. So this was me a few years ago, skinny fat, out of shape, lethargic, tired, you name it, zero confidence. And I was just coasting through life, no direction. And the worst part was that I wanted to change and I wanted it bad. But here's the thing, I was stuck in a rut. And this rut that I'm talking about was entitlement. I thought that everything was just gonna land on my feet, everything was just gonna land on my lap because I was a good person. This was a proper delusional mindset that I was in, and I've always been pretty impatient, but before I was very impatient, and I used to always try and cut corners in business, in relationships, and with my physique. And every time it would come back and bite us in the arse. It only started to change when I gave me head a wobble, owned it, and got committed to doing the actual graft. So in 2023, I decided I was going to get in shape again. Not just for the aesthetics, obviously I do want to look good and I want to feel good, but also because I'm a personal trainer and I've been a coach for 8 years now, but I wasn't in alignment with what I was trying to project into the world, all right? How could I expect men to listen to me about transforming their bodies when I'm operating with low standards and I'm not even doing that sort of work myself? It's stupid. That's not leadership and that's not being in alignment. And I knew that if I was going to help men change their lives, I was going to have to start by changing mine first. So I used to be that kid with zero confidence, and I'll tell you a little story. I used to go to job interviews and I never even used to go into the building. So I would go and then I would have literally no self-belief or confidence to the point where I wouldn't even go in and actually do the interview. I would just go home and tell my mother that like I didn't get the job and stuff, when really I just didn't even attend because of that self-worth being so low and that self-belief being rock bottom. I was shy, I was insecure, and I avoided challenges. It wasn't until I got into fitness, that's when I actually started developing my physique and then gaining confidence. People would ask me to go to the gym with them so that they could learn. People would start asking me for advice on training and how I was changing my body. And that's why I got into the fitness industry in the first place, because I also wanted to help men who were just like me, who were feeling lost, insecure, and were unhappy with their bodies, to help them turn it around. But again, I hit that wall myself. My standards came down. I wasn't prioritizing me again. So in 2023, I decided to hire a coach. Now, yeah, I was a personal trainer and a coach for 8 years, working in this gym. This is my coaching studio. So why would I need a coach? I hired a coach because it made sense. He was getting sick results with his clients. His business was skyrocketing and he looked amazing himself. So I thought, why not learn how he runs his business and get help with my physique also? So when I started, I was about 105 kg and I was 3.5 years into a plant-based diet. I didn't know if I could truly get lean again, but 22 weeks in, I got shredded through obviously discipline, structure and guidance. And through that process, everything changed. My body, business, brand, everything, because now I was in alignment. But that wasn't the end of the journey, and far from it. After getting lean, I wanted to keep pushing. I wanted to get bigger, stronger, develop my physique further, and prove to myself that I could continue leveling up. Around this time, I had also made the decision to stop eating plant-based. I'd stuck with it for 3.5 years, but honestly, I felt capped. I started feeling like tired, lethargic, sitting on the sofa, and it was about 12 p.m. and I was lacking energy. I remember craving salmon also. So I kind of listened to my body and thought, right, my body needs some additional nutrients here. Once I brought animal products back in, it was like flipping a switch. I started feeling fuller, getting stronger, I felt better, I had more energy. And yeah, to be honest, I started feeling better all around. And then fast forward came a moment that I'll never forget. I flew out to Dubai to do my first physique photo shoot. I got myself into the best shape of my life. I was completely dialed in. Confidence was through the roof. Because my physique had changed and developed so well, I was getting more recognition, more clients, helping more people. And I was very proud of the work that I had done. This trip, and the reason why I mention it, is because it marked something deeper for me. It was dead personal. It wasn't just about the photo shoot. It was about positioning myself as someone who was serious about the craft of transformations and physique development and being a coach. So it wasn't just about ticking this goal. It was a full circle moment, going from the person who I was to this new guy with much higher standards and a better reputation as a coach, which means the absolute world to me. From that point, I always class it was the beginning. Hopefully if you've made it this far in the video, you'll realize that this isn't just about abs and macros. It's about who you become when you stop making excuses and start taking ownership, because that's what changed my life and it can change yours too. So if any of this related to you, maybe you're impatient, maybe you stop and start all the time, maybe you never fully commit to a plan and allow yourself to see some substantial changes with your physique and with your life. Because trust me, there's something powerful about changing your body, the confidence that that brings and how that carries into other areas of your life. It's absolutely epic. So if you're watching this and you're feeling lost, stuck, insecure, just like I was, please start with changing your habits into positive ones, getting active, training, and putting the right fuel into your body. And I guarantee you start thinking more clear and operating at a much higher level. Thanks for watching.